Oh, it's so time for a new intro, I think. That thing is starting to become disturbing. It's ancient. It's over a year old already. You think it's time for a new one? Yeah, it's time for a new one. So, yeah, I know. I sort of like it. Weirdly enough, I still like that goofy little naughty looking dude smiling with the flames. So yeah, let's start. Hey there, our bucket list as always. I'm so glad you got your notification this time. Miss Lisa Jones, truly amazing. Hello, I'll see you again in 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. Oh, look, YouTube is telling me that I'm live. That's nice. Well, yeah, no, Miss Lisa, I truly think it's time for a new intro. It definitely is. Um, it looks ancient in comparison. And so yeah. But other than that, how are you guys doing? I have been busy working on a little project whenever I have electricity, which is yeah, some of the time. But yeah, we're carrying on. So look, th- look, there's somebody here. Look. Hi, Wee.
Ta-da! Hello, everybody.
Wee, you think it's time for a new intro, don't you?
Always.
Yes. Yes, yes. Time for a new intro. Which is quite. I don't know how it came up because I was busy working on a video for Miss Tracy, and I put something together for it, something small, and it's got watermarks and shit, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was thinking to myself, it's time for a new intro. And when I saw this one starting again at the live, I was like, yeah, it's time for a new intro.
Well, I think it's always nice to have a wee change as well.
Yeah, change is as good as a holiday.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know a secret.
Granny's pregnant.
No, but wouldn't that have been awesome?
That would be pretty amazing. Like I think we would all have a good old time with that. It would be a full investigation. Carry on.
We have a birthday in the house today.
Oh, whose birthday? I still can't
Miss
see that.
Trisha.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Trisha.
Happy birthday to you.
You ruin it every time. One of these days, I'm going to be able to drag that out for 20 minutes, and it'll be glorious. Everybody else will have been unplugged the internet entirely.
Oh, you want to laugh at something? I had Stella gobsmacked today
Oh
because
yes,
while I was busy fucking about on here,
I wondered where that
I
was
was,
going. Okay.
yeah, I was listening to various things and this and that and the other. And ironically enough, Pavarotti came on with
Okay.
Brian Adams singing "O Solo Mio," and
hmm
I started singing along.
Okay.
And Stella's like, "You can sing that too?" He's like, yeah. When the fuck did you learn that?
In just in your spare time in the darkness, you've been practicing your operatic skills. Love it.
I I can't do it with an operatic voice, but I can sing it.
You do have a heck of a gift at most people don't have, and that is the ability to roll your R's. Not your
Like
R's. Yeah, yeah, your R's. I realize with my accent that sounds
my
very
arse.
dodgy. Roll your R's like a little dog across the floor.
I can roll my arse too.
Oh, look,
Yeah,
look,
you should have
look.
seen that. Stella was just rolling her arse for you. But
Uh,
I've been told that I am not allowed to move the camera anymore.
Stella.
I go in the naughty corner, and that's even worse than being on Mama's naughty calendar, right? If I'm in the naughty corner, I have to sleep on this little space on the bed,
Look,
and I'm
you
not allowed to look the other way.
you say that I've been depressed for days because the last time we were live, there was a whole lot of shenanigans afoot. Some
No.
we expected, other stuff it just went way off the charts.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and you know, as much as I'm a cheeky wee person, I try not to deliberately insult people or repulse people. Um,
Yeah.
or at least if I'm trying, I'll try very deliberately to do that. That would be more accurate.
Yeah.
Um, and then I saw the comments, and then I was just it was a whole situation. I'm like, God, I'm letting the side down again. I'm never going to be allowed out. My YouTube career is finished. That's it. My job is gone. Griffey will never pay me for being on the YouTubes again. My poor dogs are going to have to go out and get jobs. It's terrible things all in 2 days. And
All
I'm
of that.
share. And I'm share.
And your share. Apparently, some dude thinks she share.
Yeah.
Have they heard Cher?
Apparently not. Because Cher is quite clearly American and we is quite clearly not. I mean, she rolls her arse in a completely different way than what Cher does.
Right? Right? It's very different style. Very different.
And and I don't think we would plaster her ass all over somebody else's banner on their fucking front yard.
Well, I might do that, but I would make sure that they don't have any missing children from the home. I would say that would be my hard line there of human decency.
And no,
Yeah.
I was thinking of making a banner, but I won't be able to go pay somebody to make one of those big banners because you see, unlike some people who are begging for other people who need food but can afford banners and shit, I actually do need food. So, no, I won't be going to make a banner. I'll like put sheets of paper together with sticky tape
I swear
and
to God, I was thinking just that. Sorry, carry on.
and make a banner to go in this window,
Yep,
right?
yep,
Proclaiming to the outside world that this is the honorary home of Free the Wee.
yep. Cash up, cash up. We
PayPal.
we's are yeah, yeah. That would be even better considering we don't have cash up.
That's another thing I find funny. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm discriminating against our dear American friends and our dear friends in the UK, like in England,
Yeah.
right? Not Ireland, not
Yep.
Scotland. We're talking about Britain. Just Britain. They have Cash App.
You do
And
realize that you are, just even with that unique definition, you are more advanced than possibly 95% of English people. If we Scottish Mall was here, she would be able to testify in court to the fact that I am right about this, that most people don't actually understand the difference between the UK, Great Britain, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and how it all, like, I mean, I don't expect you to know, like, 400 years worth of law, but, you know, just a wee tiny bit of,
Just try.
yeah.
But
Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
but you know, I have been told that I'm quite a smartass.
You're 100% a smartass, but you're my boss, so I can't say shit. Which is unfortunate. So I'm going to make a complaint to Human Resources. Stella, I want to make an appointment for a meeting with my working conditions.
She's sitting there hooking, going, good luck with that.
See, we're already like any big business.
So yeah, no, I'd make a makeshift banner out of sticky tape and paper, and home of Free the Wee. There you have it.
Free to be.
But the thing with the Cash App, though, I
Yes.
mean, our American friends have Cash App. Our friends in Great Britain, meaning England, have Cash App.
Yep.
But Northern Ireland don't have Cash App. What the fuck?
No.
South Africa doesn't have Cash App. Australia doesn't have Cash App. So please don't think that everybody has Cash App just because you do.
Genuinely upsets me whenever I see people going, "Oh, we can only give out a prize if you have Venmo or something. Oh, but it's
Yeah.
open to everyone." No, it's not.
No,
It's
no,
not.
it's not. It's conditional.
Yeah, I mean, at least just have the nuts to say, yeah, it's just for Americans. That would be okay. We would be all right with it. It would make sense.
True.
Yeah. I still
Hello there,
haven't
Miss
managed. Sorry.
No problem. I was just shouting out a hello to Miss Sherry. Haven't seen her in a while. Very happy to see her. And she
Yeah.
says, better a smart ass than a whole ass.
Well,
there are quite a few of those on YouTube.
I don't know what you mean, Griffey. Explain
Whole
yourself.
asses. Like when the face comes on, and it doesn't even have to be a face. It can be an avatar. I think I'm going to create an ass avatar and send it to some folks.
I saw a picture of someone today who had, as we would term here, I taught Griffey this term in case she didn't know it, a face like a well-smacked arse. Because I felt it described the situation perfectly. It did it not? I find it tolerable. Hello, everybody. By the way, I have finally found my way to chat.
In Afrikaans, we have a saying over here, you got a face like a bicycle. When I see it, I want to step it.
That also makes sense. I'm with it. I'm down with it. It gives you a very graphic image of where that's going.
Or what's that? You got a face like the yellow pages. When I see, I want to page through you. It works, but I like yours better.
Yeah. It gets the job done. It gets the job done.
Yeah, it does. Hey there, where the wind blows, and Busy Bee. How are you guys doing?
Hello, everybody.
You see, where the wind blows, when you're talking about Amazon, that's another good point.
Oh God, right?
Because I was earlier, I was asked, why don't you make an Amazon wish list? You know
Yeah,
what I
Griffey,
did?
why don't you?
Because I went and I looked. And I looked at the fact that if you were to send me something for $5, let's say a $5 thingy mabobby that you want to send me, you're going to be paying between $40 and $60 just to send it to me in South Africa,
Yeah,
which I think is bullshit. So
well, yeah.
that is why, no, I won't be making one of those because to me it's not right, not fair, and should never happen.
It's not right. It's not fair. It's not okay. It's against
No,
everything we
it's
stand for.
yeah,
No, it is frustrating because, as Griffey will tell you, I went to order just a wee something, not anything spectacular, um, and managed to lock myself out of my own bank account, not once, not twice, but 3 times, because
she did.
of trying to buy South African stuff. And it was a whole situation. It was getting to the point where I'm like, I might as well call myself Chase at this point, because where I'm just like, yeah, pirates stole my bank account. I mean, come on now. It was that ridiculous. I'm like, I'm just trying to do things. Stop it. Yes, I know I'm in Northern Ireland. I know this.
So yeah, I can attest to that. That's a true story.
Yep.
So that's why I don't do things like that. I mean, I even went when I was able to do it. I went and I ordered like two hoodies. I got two hoodies, one for me, one for Stella, out of the merch store, and two T-shirts, a T-shirt for JB, and four coffee cups. Right
Hmm.
after that entire fuck up of trying for 7 months to get the stuff, I finally received four coffee mugs, which two were broken. So I had to email them back about the two cups. Never got the t shirts, got JB's t shirt, got the two hoodies. Okay. So I emailed them. I didn't get the t shirts, but I got two coffee mugs, two were broken. I got four coffee mugs and two were broken. Now, every time that they send me stuff, I have to pay over here to collect it at the post office. So every time I get a notification, it's like 300 Rand to come and collect this parcel, 400 Rand to come and collect this parcel. And so far, the times that I've been able to, then I go and they say like 350 bucks, right? And I get it and it's four mugs. Where I said I received two mugs, two were broken. So just send me two. No, no, they send me four. Okay, but why 300 bucks though? Because when
Yeah.
I got the hoodie, JB's t-shirt, and the coffee mugs, the first shot was like 200 bucks. Now it's more and it's just the cups.
Yeah.
And it got even better than that. I am sitting on unending messages telling me to come and fetch my parcels. I got a new one this morning telling me that there's a parcel at the post office for me, 150 bucks, right? The previous one said I need to come pick it up. It is 758 bucks, so almost 800 Rand just to pick that up. I was like, no,
What the
no, no, no.
It's the fact that it's so arbitrary, and you literally don't know whether you're going to go and pick up a T-shirt, a TV, a
Uh,
new truck. It could be anything. It's just a surprise. Not a very
oh,
good surprise at that, because it's smashed to pieces or missing whenever it gets there.
so there, I am pretty confident in the fact that I know that it wasn't a parcel sent by any of you because I mean it's you, Val, and Mama that know my address, right? The three of you know my address.
Yep.
Nobody else has asked for my address yet or has my address, so nobody else is sending me anything. So I can safely assume that it's all that merch that's being resent to me. So, what the actual? So I just said, no, 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 I'm not going to go get it because they take it to the farthest freaking post office they possibly can as well. So I have to pretty much ride to Egypt to go and get the fucking
Of
stuff, and then I
course.
have to pay for it. No,
Of course.
uh-uh.
At least whenever we get stuff, say if you order stuff either from Amazon or any of the other services, you name it really,
Yeah,
um, and it is shipped from China, for example, because of the sneaky way they export things to
yeah,
prevent them having to pay an export tax, even though it's a business selling stuff, they'll pretend that it's a gift or whatever. It's hilarious. But it always says on it somewhere what it's for, which I always
yeah.
find funny as well. Um, Even something like that would help a lot if you were able to go, okay, this is my 40th mug. I don't need any more mugs. There you go, little post office people. If you want to pay for this, you can have it. But at least if it was other things, or a new package, or they were able to tell you, right, this came in on this date from this place, so you would have a better idea. That would help.
True. That would help very much because then I would be able to know and discern, listen, am I going to pick this package up? Is it important to make a plan to actually go and get it? Or, eh.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with how many coffee cups? I mean, I had two, and then I got another four,
Yeah.
and then we got an extra T-shirt of JB's that I never said we didn't get. I specifically said in the email we got that.
I think companies get so it's a bit like Amazon or whatever. Some companies get so used to people um taking liberties with the return system that there becomes a point of diminishing returns for them, literally, where they're like, okay, you had two smash cups, I'll just send you a brand new set entirely. Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't ask for that extra um tiny washer for a washing machine that you've only ever needed one in your life, but here, have another one. Oh, by the way, you're paying for it again. Sorry about that. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it just needs they need to sort their shit out. The amount of times even where I've looked into, because of your whole um electricity thievery situation, I
yeah,
the amount of things I've looked into to see if we could pull together money and do a thing to make things a bit more tolerable to live in. You know, some sort of little um power solutions and stuff.
yeah.
But trying to get them through your customs, I might as well be sending you actual body parts.
Yeah. You looked into that, did you?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I did.
And to answer your question, Busy Bee, yeah, it is able. You are able. I mean, Mama Oklahoma sent us a blender and like a smart cooker, but I felt shitty. I felt bad. I mean, it's not that the packages and stuff don't get here if you order it from Amazon and send it over to us. Where my problem comes in is the extra that it costs to send it to us. As I said to you before, if you buy something for $5, even if you have Prime, you're going to be paying between $40 and $60 just to send it to us. And
Yep.
I feel that is unfair. So it is possible, yeah, but it's unfair. Let's put it that way.
Yep. Whereas I also I had tried to there was somebody who put up a wish list yesterday for something, and I was trying to help to purchase something, but for some reason Amazon would not process it whatsoever and kept wanting to send this thing to my house, and I'm like, no, I don't even live on the same continent. The whole reason I'm you doing this is for it to go over there, not over here. Stop that. So yeah, it gets annoying.
Yeah, it does. No, free shipping with Prime doesn't work. You get the free shipping with Prime up until you reach the American border, the international waters. And that's pretty much where it gets fuckered. So, yeah. No, it's just, it's weird.
Yep.
We most definitely will, Miss Trisha. No doubt about that.
What are we doing?
Praying.
Okay.
We're praying. Busy Bee, that would quite possibly be cheaper. Yes, I agree. But yeah, damn the yeah. So yeah, that was that. um, but again, happy birthday, Miss Trisha. We hope you'll be having an awesome day with no worries and stress and anything else. And if your husband gives you any problems, we'll send you a bat.
Yep. I
That
will
would
be
work.
on my way.
Our bucket list, that would definitely work. But please don't feel that you need to, that it's a requirement of any way, shape, or form, because it's not. It's just yeah.
Right. Griffey, be quiet. I'm going to help our bucket list out here because I've been in that position where partly Griffey gets awkward because she doesn't want us to do anything, and we're trying to make the situation a wee bit more tolerable where we can. Yes is the short answer to your question. Yes, that is honestly the easiest answer because then they can order it through a local system or source it even closer if necessary. There's that whole take a lot thing rather than, which is the thing that kept shutting down my bank account. But and it's not like I
Yeah.
was trying to order, 10 strippers and send them to South Africa. I wish I
Damn.
could tell you that that was the situation, but it wasn't.
Damn, we missed out on strippers. Oh shit, Mama's in the chat. Hey,
Yeah,
Mama.
the strippers are still in the post office. That's what that 800 rand is for.
I'm so sorry, Mama. I did post it. I did schedule it beforehand, but I was a bit late thanks to electricity. No, don't leave, Mama.
Oh my lord.
It was just not the perfect moment for you to walk in while we were talking about strippers.
I went from being very naughty to being very good, and then of course I think my sales must have felt you coming in somehow and decided to, oh, let's just take the whole tone sideways again.
If I missed anyone with the hellos, I did say hello, where the wind blows, busy bee, our bucket list. I did say hello to you in the beginning, so yeah, there's that. Hey, Miss Tina Rena. Um, who else may I have missed? I know. Oh, hey, Miss Ashley. How are you doing?
Hello, everybody.
And of course, hello, Mama. Love you. Please don't leave.
My good
we
God.
won't talk about we won't talk about strippers for at least another hour.
If you leave Oklahoma, I will be unemployed. Do not leave.
Yeah, you
They've
don't want we unemployed now.
right. I can't take it. I can't take it. My tiny dogs don't have a CV. They haven't got tiny suits to go for interviews. It would be a whole situation. We would need to do a GoFundMe to send them for training. Yeah, yeah. So sorry, I need this gig. Thank you.
Definitely need this gig. Oh, Stella and I had quite an interesting day yesterday. We got wet.
Yep. Every day. Every day. This is what I tolerate. And then they all think it's me. But no. Griffey's like, oh yeah, we got wet.
No, we actually got wet in the rain this time.
Look, well, why didn't you say that instead of just hoping that we would put our big feet in it as per usual? So yes, how did you get wet, Griffey?
Well, you see, the power went out as it does over here. It's just a thing. So the power was out. Was cleaning the last room because Stella was on this major fucking spring cleaning frenzy. I don't know. She looked like a woman possessed. I know you were hiding in the closet because of all the other noises, and yeah. So I went and helped her with the room just so that she would calm down a tad, and the power was off. So after that, we were like, "What are we gonna eat?" And so we knew we had to walk to the store.
Yeah.
So we walked down to the store. It was me, Stella, Valerie. Walk to the store, get there, get the stuff so that we can make something to eat. And as we were getting the stuff together in the trolley to go to the cash out register, we just hear, and no, nobody farted. That was the rain. So we were like, oh shit, we're getting wet.
Yeah, that was a nice day for a wee walk. Let's just go when there's an almighty outpour from the
Oh yeah.
skies.
And it was exactly at that time that I actually wished that the power was not off and that I did have Wi-Fi and that I didn't need to like mobile data airtime advance thing because I would have recorded how dark it was surrounding our apartment. It was as if we were in the eye of something because it was black all around, but it was no nighttime.
That's always like a scene out of a movie where you're just like, yeah, this is a sign of impending doom. The
Yeah.
doom being by the time I get home, I'm going to be able to wring out my knickers, my bra, my socks, the entire works.
I was just waiting for the dude in the trench coat with the little hat on his head saying, "Give me what I want and I'll go away."
Well,
Hmm. Storm of the century, dude.
even the other night when we were talking, there was like mad thunder outside your window, and I'm like, oh my good God.
Hey there, Bumblebee Parker. You remember that huge one that sounded like an explosion?
Right?
And oh wow, Ginger came into the chat. She said she heard we need a stripper.
Oh wow.
Hello, Ginger, and hey,
I'm glad
Bumblebee
that you
Boy.
took the hint.
Are we making it an OnlyFans tonight?
Again.
So yeah, I'm actually curious. Ginger, do you think I should make a new intro? I think I should make a new intro.
But yeah, I think it's a good idea for a wee change. A wee change,
Oh,
just the same way as you would like at home, where you change things around a little bit. A wee bit of redecoration, make your surroundings more comfy.
not so much on the decoration, but the moving around we can do pretty easily. We actually did it in Grandma and the kids' rooms
Hmm.
because we got the two bunk beds, right? That is where Valerie and Leo sleep. And then one of the bunk beds, but just the single one, is where Gran sleeps. And then in the other small room is the other bunk bed for Brendan. And
Hmm.
that bed just fucking fits in that room, right? There's nothing else getting in there.
Perfect.
But so I think I'm quite safe for a year or two that he won't be bringing any girls over because his room is too small.
It's
Now,
brilliant. Brilliant in
uh,
its simplicity.
with Grandma and the two girls, the way they had it was like the two bunk beds here and Gran's here. And Gran's bed was started sort of looking skewish because she didn't have where the wall has like a seam in it. So it makes it difficult. So
Hmm.
yeah. What Stella and I did was we took the bunk bed and put it against the other wall over here and Gran's bed there. So now there's a walkway and everything is straight. So it's not fucking with my OCD so much. Because when I walked in that room and that bed standing all skew, I'm like, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, I hate that where it's just certain things. I mean, the rest of your house could be on fire, but because something is, not quite the way it should be, whether it's the shape of the bed or for me, it's my sofa, the couch, because it's in three little sections, and my two dogs seem to have made it their mission in life to, despite their tiny bodies, to push that thing around my living room with uh, all day. They do it all day. They knock off the cushions, they knock off any wee blanket I put out for them, they push the chairs. It drives me effing nuts, I tell you.
Bonkers
Nuts.
beyond comprehension.
I feel like I spend my life picking up blankets or fixing the sofa, and I'm like, I'm not even fucking sitting here. Why am I having to rearrange this constantly?
I have the same fuck up in the lounge. In the lounge, same fuck up. Because, I mean, I'm here, right? Like
Hmm.
90% of the time that I am at home, when I'm not out giving out CVs, trying to find work, and
Hmm.
if I'm at home, I'm here looking for work.
Hmm.
So I am not in the lounge. And when I like get up in the morning and the lounge is like so, but then something happens. Something happens in the form of Valerie. And when I look again, there is a gigantic tent built out of her duvet in the center of the freaking lounge.
that just miraculously got there all by itself because she didn't put it there. It just happened to be there all of a sudden.
I
It's
felt like
terrible.
camping, Mama. Okay.
My duvet just walked in all by itself. It grew
Yeah,
little
true.
legs.
I saw something about Ginger and a giraffe. That sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
That's why I started laughing.
I'm into it. Let's do this.
Yeah.
She said I would resemble a giraffe learning to walk.
What, when stripping?
Yes.
I'd pay to see that.
I said the same. And she said, no, they was paid to stop. And I said,
Nope.
no, you're beautiful.
Nope. Nope. They won't pay to stop.
Ginger, I only have 2 words to say to you, and that is Jody Sue. If that bish can make money stripping, quite frankly, we've all got a hope. All of us. All of us. And you are adorable. So, I mean, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah. Who would not pay to see Ginger swinging around a pole?
Look, that's a very different service. But yeah, there's laws against such a thing.
No, I'm talking about the actual stripper pole. I think she'll do a fantastic job, and she can do it all with her clothes on and everything, and still be a hell of a show.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, she can even try to do that giraffe thing if she wants to. That will be a bonus. It'll be like a stand-up strip show,
Something new.
a stand-up, fully clothed stripping, no, non-stripping session. Damn, I'm struggling to come up with words for that.
Stripping, non-stripping, but sort of stripping, but yeah, sort of up but down, but not, but stripping. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Ms. Ashley, I doubt that's true. I don't think they pay you to keep your clothes on. And we got some pretty weird people with pretty weird tendencies and fetishes and stuff.
Yeah. Hit me up, Ashley. Um. Look, people do all sorts of weird shit. We spend most of our lives worrying about our lumps and bumps and weird little quirks and whether we're acceptable to other humans. And then, well, as most of us find out, we even look at YouTube for goodness sake, and that's as bland as you're going to get really for most of the time. And most of these people somehow have other humans throwing themselves at them.
Yeah,
How is that happening? What? What, what are they doing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So really, if we just get a YouTube channel and then talk la 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 la, I'm an advocate la 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 la. We'll just get all the cash apps, all the Nikki peoples, all the things, all the gifts, as many coffees and sandwiches as you can possibly wish for. Be great.
yeah.
Wouldn't even have to ask for $17.
No, there
Right?
would never be a need to ask for $17 ever
Nope.
again. Uh, but it is quite it is extremely sad what has happened to this community or transpired within it.
I feel like we say that every week because each week we reach a new low and it's entirely different from the previous week.
It's an entire new level of fuckery which we did not think possible when we stated that the previous week.
Right. Right. And yet we keep going.
And the main question being, where are the normal people at?
Well, one thing you may not have caught because your interwebs would have been off with the power situation,
Yeah,
as apparently electricity is somehow useful for the internet. Um,
who would have thought?
look, I'm an engineer. Catch up with me, bitches. um, uh, the even White Rabbit, for example, I have noticed her. She is a very likable lady in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Um, but I've noticed her rather obvious at times her struggle to try to reconcile why am I here? Why am I taking part in this? Who are these people? What is even happening? And if this is
Mhm.
what I'm meant to be doing, I don't want to be doing that. I'm not going to do that.
No.
That's not okay.
And there I can relate because I mean, there was a time that I contemplated doing true crime, and I'm so fucking thankful I didn't.
Yeah,
I
I
am
think it was
so
for that reason too.
I'm so thankful I'm sitting with a no direction channel. Say whatever you want, do whatever you want. Because even in that, even playing the most outrageous game possible on earth would not even put us halfway to the mark as these fucking other clowns
Not a
on
chance.
their normal streams talking about missing people, missing children.
Yep. It's just, I, I don't know. Eh, uh, we always see people say things like, "Oh well, if I'm missing, I wouldn't want them looking for me." Truth is, I think all of us really feel like that. Um, you know, if I go missing, yeah, don't be sending Molly. It's
No,
okay. You know, and I'm not going to hate on the woman. She isn't my cup of tea. But look, I can see that there's things that people find enjoyable about her, and that's great. But she isn't going to be finding shit. Let's let's just be real. It's just how that works.
no, no thanks. I don't want no Molly. I don't want no Tiffany Marie. I don't want no AB, no Doug, no Benny, no nobody coming looking for me. Leave me the fuck alone where I am. I mean, the only ones that I would have absolutely no problem in looking for me is all of you guys up in here. Feel free, come and look for me. Just don't tell the rest of YouTube.
Right? It it is something I noticed because I have been around the YouTubes for a long, long time, but it took me a long time to actually join in on live chats because even for 10 years or so, well, less than that, about 8 years maybe, um, I did the same as most other people do, where you just watch the pre-recorded videos. You know, you get to the point where you drop a wee thumbs up or the odd little
Yeah.
comment if every now and again. That's about the height of it. Um, but just before COVID hit, really, I had started interacting a little bit more because of the cases that were that I was interested in. Let's put it like that. Go on now. You make me. I'll feel bad now if I say that over the top of that message. So go ahead.
Okay, wait. Okay, say it.
But then I thought, right, well, maybe it's like a little group effort situation. Maybe we could all help in some tiny way because we all know something about something, right? We don't all know the same thing, but maybe we could help somebody at some point.
Yeah.
That there's literally no fucking chance of that happening. Even when it comes to, and I like them, Cam and Ali. Even the people that they have been helpful at finding, they
Yeah.
weren't out literally looking in a hedge or a bush for those people. You know, it wasn't that kind of searching. And then you have the opposite of that, where you have people like AWP who literally do the searching, the things that most regular people cannot do, and they have
Yeah.
still managed to fuck it up,
With the biggest fucking skeletons in their closets, coming
right?
out to light how many fucking years later? Oh, thank you, Where the Wind Blows. Stella, would you write that down so that we can contact him?
Okay.
We will definitely do that. Thank you, Where the Wind Blows. We appreciate it. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, no, I'm, I'm with you on that. I mean, we've we've completely the standard has completely dropped down in the shitter.
And
And
even
all,
when you think you find a high standard, it's still fucked.
yeah,
How are we even there where we have these people on an equal footing? Because they are all terrible in some sort of fashion. Like, none of us are perfect humans. But I
yeah,
can swear to God and everything under the moon and the stars that I have never done anything like that. But then again, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not
yeah.
trying to be famous. I'm not trying to make millions of dollars off somebody else's misery either. So I don't understand how we get to that point. I just don't understand it a lot of the time. I think a lot of us don't understand it.
Yeah. And the other thing that gets me is I think that there are so many of us, especially of us that have been here from June 15th
Mm-hmm.
and before that. I mean, the Cal City boys, sitting watching these things transpire, would you ever have thought, while sitting watching good content creators at that point in time put out quality content, not clickbaity shit, not trying and vying for the quickest cash app they can get, making up bullshit just so that they get some views, or in creator wars with each other? There was none of that shit back then.
Well, that's where I would disagree a little bit. That's where I would disagree a little bit. I think it's always there.
Yeah,
It's how much do you become involved in it?
yeah.
And
Well,
even by accident, we all become involved in it at some point. Once you become interested in a particular case, you by nature end up, even people that you would never dream of interacting with, you will go and watch their content because you're hoping again that maybe this time I will get through the mumble rapper of Ben Hill, Jodie Sue, and she will give me some little nugget that
Yeah.
that might be useful. And I don't,
Maybe.
maybe, and it's worth it because good God, you would do anything to help. Anything. But there's some people who take that and seem to stretch it to the ends of the earth. It's, I think a lot of people are sort of in the middle somewhere where they try their best, they screw it up at points,
Yeah.
either by letting their ego get in the way or being given false information and not checking it, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But the popularity of certain people is always intriguing to me too. How
Yeah.
you can, you know, just how certain people can rise. Like Griffey and I have talked about it lots of times. If you just want to sit and talk shit about people, literal shit. I mean, you think we're savage on circle jerks? Trust me. We are so much more refined and dignified than most of these people ever deserve. We could go to town. There is already a drama community that does that, has done it for years. It's not new. It makes money, it does well, you get subs. But where
And
does
that
that leave people? Where does that leave people at the end of the day?
it's quite funny because you and I have spoken about this quite a few times. I
Yep.
mean, why is my channel at the sub count that it is? Because I refuse to turn myself into an arsehole just to get subs,
Yep.
getting people's attention, telling them bullshit stories, getting them all hyped up and all feeling sorry for me and this, that, and the other. I could have done that. Yeah, I could
Yep.
have, but I won't. So no,
And that's
I'm
why we're
happy.
here. That's why we are here, because yous won't. Because it would we didn't want uh, we don't want to, again, and it's not about saying that we're better than anybody else. It's just about saying what you want to be around. And I don't want
Yeah,
to be around people that will deliberately hurt someone else just
yeah,
for a quick bit of money.
yeah.
Dumb.
Or sit and make friends with this person and that person and that person, and then in a couple of weeks, stab them in the back for a view.
Yeah. And then rinse and repeat
Yeah.
endlessly, acting all surprised. No.
Oh no, I never knew this. This no. Oh, this is so surprising to me. I didn't know that. Oh bullshit.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Bizarre.
Oh, the other day I was sitting contemplating doing a reaction channels on stuff like that.
Yep.
Going, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? You didn't
Yep.
know? You didn't know? Uh,
Yeah. It literally feels like you could do that 24/7. Uh, uh, just by flicking onto each true crime live channel and still have endless amounts of content. Endless. Because even the people that we like will still screw up.
yeah.
What
And
does
there's
become dangerous though is that people won't take feedback. So instead of recognizing for the most part that they have screwed up and endeavor to do better the next time, they just keep digging downwards and making it worse.
Yeah. So yeah. Uh, But on the other hand, I think about it as well. And as you know, I mean, you and I have talked about it. You would drive yourself nuts watching all these people do all these fucked up things and then going and doing a reaction video on them saying,
Yep.
are you fucking kidding? Because
Yeah.
you're subjecting yourself to watching that shit every day. Can you imagine the runner it's doing on your psyche?
Right? I think that's exactly where White Rabbit was coming from today when she started her little uh it was only meant to be a short stream, and 2 hours later the poor girl was still going, because like all of us, once you get onto that, and then and then and then
And then,
and then
and then,
because you can't talk about half of this stuff with anybody else in your world. They haven't a baldy notion what you're talking about whatsoever. So then you end up plaguing the few people that do understand, to the point of driving them to either addiction or dangerous sport or something, because this place is crazy. Crazy, I tell you.
yeah,
Crazy. And then we have Ginger in the middle of it, stripping. We have Griffey. We have Stella
giraffe.
hooking.
No, Stella's hooking. I
Yeah,
hook in other ways.
yeah. All I said was we have Griffey, we have Stella hooking. See, you missed that. You missed it. You
You
missed.
see,
Yeah.
I'm not so good with the hearing then. Eh,
No.
I need to take that off my resume. I'm not
If you
so
were
good with the hearing.
if you weren't my boss, I would tell you all about yourself right now. Uh,
Ironically enough, your boss is looking for a job. Ain't that an oxymoron?
fuck. Welcome to my world. Where you're like, yeah, something's not quite right about this. What, 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 what? But yeah, I think there's always drama, because even if you look at crime cases local to yourself, no matter where you are in the world,
Yeah.
by nature of people and people being involved in things, there's always chaos and drama and weirdness. People are weird. Trust me, I spent a career looking after people doing weird shit. It's just a byproduct of the situation. That's what healthcare is for. We
It's
we put you back together when you've done the weird shit.
the fuckery of fuckery.
Right? But it there's a difference between that, and then you have the opposite side of that, where you have people like Lord and Arts or Grizzly True Crime or people like that, who at least work very hard to keep the drama and chaos out of it. They
Yeah.
they drive themselves to the point that their channels could be so much bigger. They could be so much more popular if they choose to give zero fucks. But because they're actually decent humans and they won't do that either, it has taken them much longer to build their channel than somebody who just wants to go, here, I'm a turtle.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Where the wind blows. No, we doesn't have a channel,
I
but
live here.
this
I live here.
this,
I live here.
this is her home,
Yes.
and she occasionally is allowed out of her closet to go and visit with the circle jerk. But then she has to clear it with her boss too, which most of the time she does not do, considering the fact that her boss is asleep when she goes up on panel with them.
That,
or
that's
Her boss is sitting with load shedding and can't do diddly shit about the situation.
There's a reason why I go over there. Because I know Griffey can't go, "What are you doing? Shouting at these random people."
Why are you going up on circle jerks impersonating Cher? That is not what we do.
Lisa put it correctly that I go up on circle jerks because they keep trying to tell me that I am one of the jerks, and I am definitely a jerk. I will give them that. I am 100% jerk all day, every day. It's just a genetic condition of being Irish. But I definitely see over there very similar to how I see here. This is Griffey's channel, and I'm allowed to come and visit and hang out and annoy her and ask all the stupid questions, say all the sweary things. But it's not mine, not me.
It's ours. It's all of ours. This channel isn't my channel. It's all of ours. So this is all of our homes. And that's your boss talking. Say yes, ma'am.
In that case, can you all head up my PayPal to pay my boss to pay me? That would be great. Thank you.
Please hit up We Frosty's PayPal so that she can
No!
pay me to pay her.
It's meant to be the other way around. They have to pay your PayPal.
Oh, so I have to pay my PayPal so that I can pay you so that you can pay me.
Right? Yes.
Wow.
No.
That,
Yes.
wow.
That is so much.
That sounds like a YouTube drama.
Right. We're gonna be famous. We're gonna be famous, Griffey.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
And then we can all go, I'm so confused.
Right? I mean, it'll be glorious. We'll have banners, we'll be on trips, we'll be, terrorizing, stalking and harassing
Yes.
grown adults and their minor children in a
Mhm.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
No problem.
Because
No
that's,
problem.
because that's what grown-ups do with bullhorns.
Right? I mean, perfect. That's what we live for goodness sake.
Yeah. I actually was giggling with Stella a bit earlier, and she doesn't like it when I do that because she thinks I'm like dogging her about something, but I'm actually trying to lift her spirits up and encourage her a little. So I said to her, can you imagine if you were to go up on somebody's panel at whatever point in time and not show your face, just behind the avatar and start talking? How many people would be able to guess it's you?
It would be brilliant.
It would be, considering the fact that I have a wee bit less of a chance of somebody not recognizing the voice and going, can't remember her, but that's that South African chick, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Stella hardly fucking speaks anywhere. So I think that would be funny.
It would be hilarious, especially somewhere like going up and being completely out of character and going somewhere like Jim Terry's panel or something.
Yeah.
That I would trade body parts for that, Stella. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just when someday when you're feeling on your most sassy and the world has been cruel to you and you're ready to tell everybody about themselves, I'll get a wee message saying Stella's going on Jim Terry's panel. Oh,
Bring the
shit's got
body
real.
parts.
Right? Shit's got real, yo. It's going down.
Oh, I just had a moment of awesomeness. Ginger's back and she says, you sound awesome on 2-speed.
How dare you? I already, as somebody pointed out the other day. What did they say? About my squeaky voice or something, which was hilarious. But also I apparently sounded like a 400-ton elephant, which was quite amazing,
What?
really. Look, we went from being Frosty, the Canadian lassie, to being all sorts of things, to having children, to having no children, to having a husband, to being the town bike, to,
And
it,
only to end up being Nelly the elephant.
oh, no, I ended up as Cher. That's, yeah,
I'd rather be Nelly the elephant.
right, right. Nelly was cute. Nelly could still get some action, like, whereas, yeah.
There you go. You see? Ginger said, whoever said that sounds like a 200-pound ass, and she doesn't mean donkey.
Well,
Or
here's
the
the
South
thing.
African version of thanking them.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking about donkeys today, and the South African version. If it's so funny how people have to become fixated on certain things. Like, for example, Molly goes around
Yeah.
and she does her thing in her way. As we all saw, that little sports bra top thing was hanging on for dear life whenever, she was in Georgia. To the point that I think we should send, a prayer to Mr. Latex for his inventions and Mr. Elastine. It's funny how people will make judgments because I don't care what somebody looks like. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what religion you are. I don't care about any of those things. It's like, can you actually, hopefully at times, do a better job than I can in stringing a coherent sentence together, or be
Yeah.
funny, or be educational, or do all of the above? But I'm not tuning in to see, oh, they're wearing a Gucci top, or oh, you've got a cute little bag. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't
Yeah.
care. You spent $400 on your nails. Congratulations. What do you want me to do?
Whenever I see Molly, I think of a very old version of Stifler's mother.
Right? But she hasn't got it
American
going on.
Pie,
It's not going on at all.
American American Pie Stifler's mother, Jennifer Coolidge, but a very old version of Jennifer Coolidge being all slutty and going after the teenage boys. That's how I see Molly.
Yep. And that's fine if that's what makes her happy and joyful and she's all confident with how she goes. That's good.
More power to you.
It's people who are naive enough to go, "Ah, she's such an advocate for these missing children." I'm like, she wants you to send her Tom Cruise movies, very expensive perfume, and travel things and hotels and shit. Well, not at an actual hotel, a hotel stay, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
where you're like, those two things aren't the same, folks. She's not out there wandering through somewhere in her wee boots, giving it loads. I know, right? that sports bra wouldn't be able to take it if it got snagged by a twig. There would be fucking eyes would be lost. It would be dangerous.
She
Savage.
needs to give Dolly a call, and by Dolly I don't mean the dude that is pulling bullhorns out of people's hands. I'm talking about actual Dolly Parton. She needs to call her and ask how she manages to keep those up there and closed.
Right? For as much as the real Dolly has the big boobies, she has definitely a gift for being able to not just artistically, strategically, and almost architecturally reinforce those puppies, but to be able to keep everything locked down. Like there's no Janet Jackson style potential nip slip situation. There's nothing falling out of anywhere. There's no, it's all down. It's all very, very tight, very, very where it should be. You get the feeling that woman could climb a mountain and everything would still be perfect. Everything.
Well, you just got the ultimate compliment from Miss Ginger. She says, "I trust we as much as Molly Golightly trust that bra a lot."
And do you realize I nearly had a bit of a crisis there? I thought Ginger said, I trust we as much as I do Molly Golightly. And I was like, I'm not even reading the rest of that sentence. I'm not ready for whatever this is going to tell me. I can't. I really thought you was about to read me for pure filth there. So I was like, why? What have I done? What? Or rather, what have I done now? What?
Hey there, who, what, when, where, and why. How are you doing? Note to self: glass eyes make bad ice cubes. Yeah, I would think so. Not recommended.
No.
No, not recommended at all, ever.
No.
Well, ice cubes make bad eyes as well.
That's a fair point. At this point, you could start a new channel of, like optical advice with Griffey. You could give your expert opinion on all things visual.
Yeah.
I feel it would be a niche market, but very important.
Yeah, please just then discuss Molly Golightly and drag. I don't think I could take that. You can swirl them in your glass and tell the bartender you're just looking around.
Do you remember that movie Labyrinth that was like
Yeah.
in the 80s? It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But there's a scene from that movie where one of the puppets plucks out his wee eyes and does something similar to that. But it's obviously done by these little puppet things, little Muppet puppets. So it's adorable, even though it should be gross. A bit like myself. um, but that's kind of the image I have in my head, where somebody would be like literally with the little cartoon noise of a blink, blink, swirling them around.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of something we used to joke around with each other as children. I mean, Stella would even remember that. You remember the time that fridges were white? Refrigerators.
Hmm.
They were white.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you go up to someone and you say, "What color is a fridge?" And they answer,
White.
"What does a cow drink?"
Water.
Yeah, you're smarter than the average bug, aren't you? Because most people will answer milk. I know, I
Gonna
answered
be
milk loads of times, even though I knew it was water.
one of everybody is bound to have one of those where you one of those things that you just your brain has got stuck on at some point. My uncle used to ask. I have lots of uncles, actual uncles, but not like not like my mum was making friends with 1,000 people. Actual
Okay, so
blood
you didn't have
relations.
those uncles.
Please stop me from talking at this point. No, um, but my uncle used to ask me how many sticks of rhubarb does it take to make an apple tart?
You don't make apple tart with rhubarb.
Look, Griffey, look, look. See the amount of times I if I had even a penny or a fraction of a penny for the amount of times I was asked that and didn't know the answer. And it just to drive me bananas. I'm like, I want to know. And he would find it hilarious that I was trying to figure this out. So, yeah, whenever I become such a stickler for what exactly people say and how they
Yeah.
say it, now you know how that happened. You see? You see?
Well, the next time you go up on Circle Jerks, you can tell them this elaborate joke, right? This elaborate riddle that they need to figure out. And I promise you, they won't be able to come up with the answer because none of them know what color your eyes are.
No.
You go. You're a bus driver. You drive from this point to that point, right? Make up a route for yourself. And then you say, at the stop, so many people get on and so many people get off. You
Hmm.
carry on to your next stop. So many people get on, so many get off. Doesn't matter. You don't have to remember the numbers in your head.
Hmm.
And then you say, so you reach the station at the end of your trip. What color are the bus driver's eyes? They gotta be so busy doing the fucking math on that bitch that they're not gonna remember that you said you're a bus driver.
I would literally hate you with my entire soul by the end of that.
I found that there is one word spelled incorrectly in Webster Dictionary.
Which one is that? Who, what,
Probably
where, when, why, well, whatever, all the W's.
that's probably the word incorrectly that is
Really,
spelled
Griffey? Really?
correctly.
Really? Really? Shit.
Incorrectly.
Dun dun dun.
Perfect. You know, I wonder where Mama is because one of her favorite sayings, and I tend to agree with it. If you're looking for sympathy, you'll find it between shit and syphilis in the dictionary. I love that, and it's accurate and it's true. But I'm dumped. So yeah, you
Yes.
just Ginger had the perfect dun-dun-dun.
I was about to respond to your mixture of shit, syphilis, and sympathy. And then I got it all in my head about Ginger doing the actual actions to the thing.
Yeah.
Where that she would have a full like staged little setup of like tiny drums or something. And yeah, that's where my head went. So you
Oh,
see when
that visual image is sort of vivid.
you see think I say weird shit. This is partly why. This is what's going on in my head. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm with you. Okay, a girl fell off a 50-foot ladder but didn't get hurt. How come? I have no fucking idea. But I'm with Ginger. I feel exposed.
Exposed.
A girl fell off a 50-foot ladder.
It was lying.
Ginger's guessing it was laying on the ground.
Oh, she fell off the bottom step.
She fell off the bottom step.
Perfect.
Well, that could work. Oh, so yeah, I'm wondering. We haven't seen Miss Tracy up in here. I wonder if she's busy because I did send her that video thing that she sent me. So I'm hoping that's okay. Yeah, I had to. I put a few things together for her with this one video she sent back to me, and I actually felt bad because it took me a while to get it done because load shedding and shit. But yeah, I finally got it done like 5 minutes before the live stream and sent it out to her.
Well, I'm sure she understands though, because, like, I'm sure she's heard us mention once or twice that,
Yeah.
There's a slight situation with the electricity.
Exactly.
Occasional power interruptus.
Yeah. Foot opens and back on. Wow. Wow. That is quite a thing where the wind blows. My cousin's husband, he he was a stupid ass. He was playing with a grinder, and his father-in-law told him, "Don't bugger around with that grinder. You're gonna hurt yourself." No, I know how to work this thing. He cut his big toe off. They couldn't put that back.
No.
Eh.
Did he have to get a little thumb transplant?
No,
No, I'm
but
not
he's
even
walking
joking.
around.
I'm
No.
really not. It usually, depending on the damage that is done to the foot at that time, because you can't balance properly without your big toe.
Yeah.
Just the same way you can't grasp things without your thumb properly, But
Yeah.
obviously, walking, it's kind of important if you've got the other bits that do the thing. So yeah, usually people that have lost a big toe, they
Yeah.
will either try to move one of the other toes in order to counterbalance it a little, or more
Yeah.
preferably remove the non-dominant hand thumb and transplant it to the foot,
Oh.
right?
Yeah. No, I don't know exactly what they did to him or what they didn't do to him because I tend to stay away from that side of the family for my own health as well as their own because it was that cousin's husband that convinced me he could replace the wheel bearings on my car that I had at that time. I mean, that was before I was working on cars myself. And he did such a royal fuck up on it that I was like, no, never again. Never again. No, 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 thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like his advice is something you would want to be taking in life at all. No. We all have one of those where you're just like, yeah, no, no.
So this whole toe deal I just heard via grandma.
You're like, is he still alive? Great. Okay. Good luck with that. Carry on. Keep staying
Yeah.
alive. All the best with it.
She was sitting here, she's like, you know what, that asshole jock, He cut off his big toe with a grinder after Uncle Thomas told him not to fuck around with the thing because he doesn't know how to work with it. Okay. He didn't listen, right?
Oh dear. That's just makes me love Granny as well, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
You know that arsehole. Well,
Yeah. Oh. Oh, it got even better because we took her phone in for it to be repaired. Stella's already shaking her head. We took her phone in to get repaired, right? Because we thought it was the speaker, because whenever the phone rings, you don't hear it ringing and it doesn't vibrate in your hand. So we figured it's the speaker. Took it in to the cheap dude that fixes phones, but he is like an Indian Pakistani dude. And he said, come back in an hour or two. So in an hour or two, we went back. No, the phone isn't ready yet because there's not something wrong with the speaker, in fact. It's the motherboard. There's a problem on the motherboard. Okay, come back tomorrow morning. So this morning, Stella went back. Like, no, he's not done with it yet, but he will call. As soon as he's done with it, he'll call and we can come and pick up the phone. Okay. Grandma, we're out of vibrator. Oh my God.
I was trying not to say such a thing. I was fighting my base efforts to not ruin this lovely little story by my smutty brain.
Well, maybe she
And look at what happened. I had nothing to do with this, Aquahoma. Whenever you watch this back, I didn't say these things. Okay? This was not me. I didn't do it. Not my fault.
So Stella comes back and she comes into the room. She says, well, I'm not telling her. I'm like, what? She said, no. The guy says the phone's not ready yet. He'll call as soon as it's fixed because there's something wrong with the motherboard. Okay. So I walk out and I go tell her, listen, the dude down here at the cell shop says there's something wrong with the motherboard on your phone. It's not fixed yet. He will give you a call. Well, he'll give us a call as soon as your phone's ready and we'll go pick it up. Okay. So she doesn't tell me, she doesn't give me any sort of shit about it, right? But later, while Stella was making food, Gran is sitting there going, are you sure you can trust this dude? I'm not sure I trust him with my phone. And now, with that vibrator thing coming up, it makes me wonder why.
Well, look. Don't forget.
He's gonna phone on our phone to let us know her phone is fixed. Damn, you guys like to get technical about shit.
We're true crime YouTubers. We're investigators, Griffey. We're on this shit.
Oh, yeah, does that include the part where Gran is wearing out her vibrator?
Like, people forget that Granny wasn't always Granny. Granny has lived a life, yo. Granny has seen some shit. Just saying. I don't just mean Ginger.
There are a few choice things I could say now, but I would rather not.
I
Oh,
didn't say anything, Aquahoma. It wasn't me. Nope.
who, what, when, where? No, she doesn't call herself a lot, but she sure damn does call the rest of the family to catch up on the gossip. Mm. Oh, and obviously to tell them about the funky lesbian she's living with.
Well,
Never misses a beat on that one.
at least that funky lesbian makes herself useful doing all that cleaning and shit. That's always handy. if you're gonna pick one, a nice tidy one that does all the jobs around the house and all, and keeps you alive and shit, that's kind of
Yeah,
handy. Yeah.
especially when the granddaughter lesbian walks out and the grandma says, "Wow, Stella really worked her ass off. She did all of this." And Amy, without missing a beat, going, "Yeah, remember that the next time you want to give her a shitty comment." And with that, I walked out. I came into the room and I was pretty much bursting with laughter. And Stella's like, "What the fuck did you just do?" I said, "Oh, I just got some justice."
Love that. A wee diggy comment where you're just like, take that.
But yeah, that is a disturbing thought, Grandma, on the vibrator on the phone. I hope
Look,
she does it in the bathroom and not in the room because I don't want the kids seeing that.
when I what? Hold on, I need to take a drink myself. So carry on there, Griffey.
My husband and sons are lesbians too, no problem. We'll get along famously. We can watch girls together.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Um, when I was in school, I had a couple of jobs. We were brought up to, get off your arse, work. If you want something, you're
Yeah,
gonna have to go and get it. Nobody's
like
nobody's
normal
giving you
people.
a car. Yeah, 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 that kind of thing. Um, and because I knew I wanted to be a nurse, I went to work in a nursing home.
Yeah,
I think partly my mother somehow decided that it would convince me not to be a nurse and to become a doctor because apparently doctors don't do any of the gross shit. It's only nurses. And I'm like, right, okay. Um, but I loved it. We worked there for a couple of years. It was a very, very funny place to work at times.
yeah,
The amount of stuff that happens there for a young girl to take on, it can be a lot because you're obviously dealing with people who come to the end of their life and who are very ill or they're lonely and all of the things. It can be a difficult place to work. With this person who came to stay, but she was only going to stay for a few months because she was having some stroke rehab.
yeah.
And we had another gentleman who had moved in to the same area of the building. He had also had an aneurysm and a stroke. So
Oh,
they both made friends because they had similar experiences to talk about. They would talk to each other and practice their conversation and stuff, and obviously not be embarrassed in front of each other because they would be able to communicate a bit better. Whereas with friends and family, judging them as they were learning to repronounce their words and things, it would be difficult. One of our jobs as a nursing assistant was to be able to help people not just go to the bathroom and things, but to feed them and all that kind of caper if they needed
yeah.
help. So I was given the task this day of going to feed the dude. So I walked down, I had the tray, all the stuff, went in, about to, say, hi, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And when I walked in, he is lying on the bed, on his back. Now he was paraplegic as well, so it had taken some effort to get this man onto a bed. No nursing staff put him there, okay? So that's point number 1. How the fuck did you get there?
Yeah.
Point number 2. Why is the old lady who moved in across the corridor now on top of you and basically looks like she's doing CPR? Oh my good God, my eyes, I will never see again. I didn't know what to do. All I could do was literally put the tray down, turn around, and walk back out again. I didn't know. I was so confused. I was just traumatized. It was a whole situation. I admired the effort, but yeah, it was freaked the fuck out by all the effort. So yeah,
She went through hell to get at that.
that woman was determined. I tell you, there was the sheer will and determination and strategy that entire effort took. Whereas most days I can barely be bothered to get my bra off. I was like, you know what I mean? I sort of admire it, but at the same time, here I am 30 years later, and I'm like, I can still picture that in my head. The trauma has burnt that entire image into the back of my retina. I will never, ever forget that image. It was horrific. There you
Oh
go.
wow. You should have actually given that old lady some advice that who, what, when, where, and why said. She said, "Oh, cool. I just found the vibrate setting on my phone. I'm going to hang up now and call myself on speed dial."
Hello, me. Hello.
You would need less effort than toting an old man to a bed.
Right? Way more practical. Way more practical, I tell you.
If that happened today, I swear I would stroll up to the old lady and ask her, "Are you Meredith Grey?"
Yeah, this didn't look like an episode from Grey's Anatomy. This was not that show. This was like the Walking Dead, the porn years. What terrible! Look, look, look. Just no. At least lock the fucking door, people. Lock the door.
You know, I would have paid to be there to see your expression. That alone would have done it for me.
Even now, I'm not exactly easily embarrassed, but even now, because I've been thinking about, my cheeks are like red hot at the thought of it. With just that moment of, oh my good God, what do I even? I can't exactly go, oh, nice day, isn't it? You know, soup and sandwiches for lunch. What the fuck?
What?
Here's a look.
Where the wind blows says there was a stiff guy where I worked, I would have freaked. Oh,
God. So yeah,
my hat's off to you. You suffered a great deal for your career.
that's only
Oh,
one of many. I could tell you stories like that every day and would still
oh,
have some left over.
I'd be entertained. We need to make a YouTube channel for nurses, ex-nurses, hospital staff that have encountered the weirdest shit possible. So just went into the shop with the conveyor to sausage to come out. So I was like, "Oh my God, what happened?"
Yep. Yep. We're like,
Oh,
how is the world so similar and yet so different all at the same time? How have we got here? How did we get here?
yeah. That reminds me of that scene in Lipstick Dipstick. It's a South African movie where the dude is in the hospital and his fiance is Liz Mayring, and she comes into the hospital to come visit him because he accidentally welded his and then she catches him while he's busy feeling up the nurse, and his
Oh
only
wait,
excuse he gives to her is hers are smaller than yours.
Oh God.
She knocked him off his bed with her handbag.
Oh, look,
So,
everything's a weapon at that point. Might as well.
yeah. I mean, I think I should find that clip and show it at some point. I think it would be funny, even if you can't understand what they're saying. Just the animation will give away the story. I'll watch the movie The Gods Are Crazy. I laugh so hard. I need it depends. Oh, the gods must be crazy with the Bushmen. Yeah, that was funny.
Get out of my bush. What?
what the fuck did we
The
cover there?
Bushmen
Sorry,
in the
Aquahoma.
corner.
I forgot what channel I was on. Sorry. Momentary lapse. Carry on. Carry on.
Okay, well, public service announcement to anybody that actually watches The Crown. Season 5 was released today. All 10 episodes on Netflix and
Woo!
available to download on torrent sites if you are up to such things. Yeah, the Coke bottle that fell from the plane, and they started using it to fucking do stuff with, roll out their dough and stuff like that. But then they had a problem because there was only one Coke bottle, right? The glass Coke bottle. There was only one, and the whole tribe had to share the damn bottle. And they started getting greedy because the one wanted it and then the other one wanted it, so they ended up in a grabbing festival for it. And then the one took the bottle and knocked the other one on the head with it, and yeah, that left a bump. And then the chief decided he's going to walk to the end of the earth to throw the bottle off the end of the earth because it's evil. The
Yeah.
gods are punishing them with this evil thing, and it has to be thrown off the end of the earth.
It's cursed. It's so true, though. It's so true. We can have nothing. Nothing.
Just like YouTube crime fighters. Yeah,
Right?
pretty much. Only they're fighting over bullhorns, not Coke bottles.
Uh, it still blows my mind that people are trying to argue that that wasn't assault. I'm like, look,
Yeah.
I mean, have these people never experienced any sort of physical altercation themselves? Ever?
I mean,
Ever?
no matter which way you swing it, even if he did not touch her physically,
Yep.
that was a violent act.
He took her property and
Yeah.
damaged that property
So,
with
yeah,
force.
exactly.
And it's not like he was pushed into a corner when that
Yeah,
happened.
no, there was no self defense in that shit. Watch, Mama's back. Hey, Mama, I promise you didn't miss anything naughty except cell phones vibrating and nurses finding old
Nope,
people
nope,
in precarious positions,
no.
and it's all Ginger's fault this time because she was listening to We on 2 Speed and then decided to pull in giraffes in the situation.
That's how all of this started. I was saying I sound ridiculous enough as it is. Ginger decided to put me on 2 speed just to, as if it didn't sound stupid enough already. So
You
now,
sounded.
uh-huh.
You sound like a
Um,
little chipmunk.
I hate you right now.
You're like Alvin's fun cousin.
Simon Theodore. Were they brothers? Were they brothers, the chipmunks, or were they cousins?
Good question. I haven't
These
watched
are
them in
the
only.
important things that we need to find out. Never mind this who took a bullhorn out of whose hands. Were the chipmunks brothers, cousins, related at all?
You
Doesn't
see,
matter.
I missed out on that class while I was learning to sing "O Solo Mio" in another language.
Right, don't make the rest of us feel stupid now. Come on, I'm watching chipmunks and you're learning fucking
But
opera.
that's one thing
Come on now.
I found. That's one thing I found so brilliant about the thumbnail that Stella made for this evening, made off of a quote that we found, was brilliant. The quote says, "When you can't think of a word to say, I forgot the English word for it. Use that because that way people will think you're bilingual instead of being an idiot."
I'm gonna try
Brendan
that.
came into the room. Brendan came into the room. He read that title. He was like, huh, good point. No comprendo. So I was like, you're going to go with the no comprendo, are you? I said,
He, he-
you can just say, ach, fuck, wat's die woord nou weer?
I love the fact that he had to take it a step further. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Italiano, no comprendo. Do you speak English? Honey, I do.
It's taking 10 hours to walk. How long will it take?
20? Takes 8 men 10 hours to build a wall. Oh, goodness. My math is up to shit. Because, yeah, wait, 20. Double the time. Unless they have a sexy blonde walking up and down as they're building, then it will take 24 hours.
No time because the wall is already.
Tell Papa he's a genius.
Yes, I.
Yeah.
And really,
Papa.
would they even be building the wall? They would have cleared off somewhere else. They'd be all standing there scratching themselves, telling themselves how well they had done when really they haven't even mixed a bucket of cement. They hadn't even got started right.
And not only that, Mama informed me that, what did I get from Papa again, Mama? Because I said to her that she's beautiful, and she said, no, she's not. And then I said, yes, you are, because if you were not beautiful, then I'm not beautiful, i.e., then I'm ugly. And she says, no, that's not true. You get that from your papa. That completely fucked me up. It was
I
like,
know.
who put.
What can you say after that? All you can do is go and sit and think about what you've done with your life after that,
Exactly. I need to contemplate my entire existence.
right?
I love you, Mama. Night, night. Well, late afternoon for you. What it's.
She's actually saying goodnight to us.
Yeah, she's actually saying good night. Go and get your asses into bed because it's 15:55 at Mama's house.
And as well, I'm not denying what Oklahoma is saying before she gets cross at me. But this was a very important part of research that Lisa Jones has assisted in, that we've decided that the chipmunks were actually cousins.
Yes. So you're the other cousin on two speed,
The wee wonky one.
which is why you're an Ewok and not a chipmunk.
Right?
Hmm. There some chipmunk went and visited some Ewok for way too long, and
In
then
in
we had frosty Ewoks.
I was about to say in Canada. Were they in Canada? These
Yes.
visiting chipmunky peoples.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it is true though what Mama says. It is pretty much time for us to go Betty bye before the next round of load shedding hits us. But we do love you and we thank you for being around. And I will try my best as to have a new intro before the next live stream, if the power allows it. And so we love you. We hope you enjoyed the evening this evening with us.
I hope
We
you were all
certainly
miserable.
and we hope you're all scarred from Wee's nurse, old lady, old dude, kinky porn story.
You're welcome.
I love you, Mom, and love all you guys. Thank you for being with us, and we'll be back soon.
Love you, everybody. Bye.